Getting into Bakasana is quite challenging for the intermediate series. Some of you and I like to jump into it, and that takes a lot of process. So the first step is learning to jump into it safely. So I like to take a nice little lunge here, and when I'm coming in, I'm making sure that my knees and my shoulders is arriving to the back of my armpit when I'm doing that. So again, I'm also on the ball of my toe, and I'm not completely down. But at the ball of my toe, I'm looking at my third eye drishti. My goal is to aim my hip like it's going up towards my head that way. So that when I come into the arms, I'm right here where the axilla is, and the back of the armpit. So, a couple of things is that the first jump or so, you're going to need to bring your 2 feet together. So we're going to go ahead and do the beginning stage of it. So if someone is brand new to the practice, they jump to the center, they just open up the knee, hands are spread wide, and then again they gaze forward, and they do their best to try to pick up the toes. You want to curl the toes towards the cheeks up here. And then of course, they're going to learn how to shoot back that way. It's going to be a challenge, but you give it a try, and little by little, you get stronger. The second one is learning to jump into it. And you might not land right away, and it might look sloppy, but it's going to be about the way you put your feet together. Opening your knees towards the 2 armpits where it's going to land, and then once you make the contact here, keep the toes at the tip and bring the feet and the heels together, and then you can shoot back with space, going to the back of that chaturanga. Now, cardio. Learning all of that in the process, I like to teach learning how to jump like you're going to shoot a basketball into the rim. And so your cheeks, your tailbone is your ball, and your hands where your head is your basket. So I'm going to be going up, and I can cross the shins. I want to keep it close to my chest. So I'm really stacked up over. See, so when I land, I'm right where the axilla is to land behind those arms. And that will give me the space to also clear back. So that's just going to take time. So let's try it. So once you learn how to practice that, don't forget to breathe right. You can hold, and then again shoot back. Hold, and then you might land and shoot back. Hold, and you might land, shoot back. Don't waste it. Now if you land and hold it, you want to activate your toes pointing up to sustain that hold. So let's see if we can get it. Once we land, right here, sustain the hold. And then you can shoot back. So these are some tips that you can try, and then as you get better and better and better, they get much harder and harder and harder. And so the hardest one, of course, is the half handstand lift. And then the next one is where you go really, really high and take the full handstand and come down. All those are wonderful. But again, learning the basics would be your first priority. So anyways, once you're there, enjoy it. Let me know how you're doing. You want to gaze forward. And I kind of hover with the balls of my toes, so that when I pike up, I have that pendulum, and then hold. And then enough space to clear back.
Okay, variation 1, jump in 2, and then your toes land on the ball of the toes, and go ahead and make your way to the back of your arms, crow it up, and shoot back. Enjoy. Variation 1, keep practicing. Variation 2, we're going to go ahead and just jump into it. Hang on to it. Point those toes towards your cheeks, and then jump back. Enjoy. Variation 3, we soar higher over to our arms and hold and jump back.
Yay! We'll do the handstand one after you master that one, so you don't get to try so many things and hurt yourself. Aloha! Thanks for for requesting some tips on how to fly into Bakasana, A or B, in the intermediate series of our beautiful ancient practice, Ashtanga Yoga. Aloha from Maui. Peace. Namaste.